Second, a really hard-fought matchup. Black Ice won earlier against the Blader Skates in an overtime game, coming back and facing on Rinkster to try to get to the finals here in the Women's Pro Division. Rocher led the way for Black Ice, scored 2 goals, and then an overtime goal from Izzy Hardy to send them here to the semis against Rinkster. Rinkster's first game of the day. And trying an offensive stand right now. Puck worked backwards for Friedman. And she backpedals all the way behind her own net. Friedman turns it off to the near side. Stoddard skates around one. She motors up the right wing side. Stoddard shoots, blocked, and a loose puck taken by Hardy, the hero from the game earlier. Hardy snaps one towards the net, blocked by Friedman to the corner. Friedman angles Hardy off. He bumps it to Drawer. That's Paredes actually. Paredes cuts up the floor. Poked off her stick, and Friedman sends it backwards. Williams curls behind her net. Now for Era, up to Stoddard. Stoddard from the right wing. Plays it high slot, and a spin around shot by Paredes, blocked. Gets her own rebound, sends it to the wing, and a drive gets deflected behind the cage, and Black Ice takes possession of the puck. Play up the wall, stolen by Era. Scoots in offensively, hands it off to Stoddard. A shot stopped, and a rebound springs Black Ice to the puck. Black Ice able to slip a pass up through center, but the Rinkster defense not allowing a seam. Good recovery from Black Ice though. Forecheck coming hard for Rinkster, steals the puck. A little sidestep move by Verada, and her chance gets blocked out of play. Puck dropping to the left of the Black Ice goalie, Natalie Meller. Controlled by Rinkster. Friedman plays it backwards for Drawer. Spins off of Izzy Hardy, and it's worked back for Friedman. Friedman off to the wing for Bennett. Bennett slips it down low. Puck knuckled along the kick plate of the boards. Finally settled down by Lemus. Plays it up to the near wing. Rocher reverses for Lemus. Feed to the far side. Quickly brought up. Hardy in tight. Shoot save. Rebound still loose. She follows it up and scores. Hardy scores to put Black Ice up with 10.5 left of the second period. 1-0. This was the line that got Black Ice to a victory earlier today. Later skates couldn't stop that line in the last 5 minutes. They picked up game-tying goal, and then an overtime victory came from Hardy. About a minute and a half into the OT. It was a quick one. Rinkster looking to turn the tide the other direction. Here's Paredes stepping down the left wing side. Centering feed intended for Stoddard, broken up behind the net as we cross over the 10-minute mark. Paredes back on the loose puck. Sends it to the points. Shot from Era. Turned aside to the far corner. Black Ice comes away with it. Lemus works it back. Puck turned over right along the goal line, and a snapshot by Stoddard on the far post. The save made. And hanging on for the whistle is Meller. Face-off win for Rinkster. They're wearing the whites, Black Ice and the blues. Williams circles all the way back. Hands it off to the left wing side. It's DeMitt. DeMitt cruises down low to the corner. Gets sandwiched up against the end boards. Long standstill for the puck. Slapped up the half wall. Finally manned by Rinkster. Rinkster's Era. Pedals back a little bit. Now looks for an outlet pass. She'll take it herself. Era snaps one towards the net. It's blocked out of play. Good reaching poke check by Susie Coetzee to make sure that doesn't go on net for a threat. Under 8 to go with the second. Puck worked up along the near wing. Lemus can't get an offensive chance generated through, and Rinkster settles up behind their net. Era's getting moving. Gets around one. Era's got the left wing. And then missed stick handled. She was threatened by Cantry. Cantry never even connected with the puck on a sweeping poke check, and Era just flat out lost it to the corner. Now a long puck battle as we cross over 7 minutes left. Finally worked away, favoring Rinkster. Yokoyama from the far point goes to Paredes, snapped on, save. Paredes follows up her own rebound, another shot and a kick save made. Natalie Meller holding Black Ice to a 1-0 lead with a pair of stops. Now Charlotte Cantry drops it back behind her net. to Rocher. Rocher sends it to the corner, but intercepted, and Stoddard plays it safely back. Missed stick handling was Williams. It's turned over, and a chance from Miranda Lemus is stopped. Savoy bailing out Rinkster. Puck sent up to the left wall. Verada cuts down low, goes to the forehand, couldn't get the shot off. Good defensive work for Black Ice, and mayhem around the net. Natalie Meller lunging out to cover the puck, hang on for the whistle. Sees the puck drop to her left. 5.5 remaining. Joy for Rinkster, pulls back behind her net. Team coming up in unison. Moves it to the left wing side for Verada. Verada hassled by Coetzee, but she shoots and scores, ties it up. Took it from the right wing. She's able to elude Coetzee, who was on her, trying to move it away. Instead, pots it off the post and in, and we're tied at 1 with 5:03 remaining. Verada second on the team during round robin games in points with 7. She had 4 goals, 3 assists. Paredes led the team with 9 points, 4 goals, 5 assists. Just a second ago, you had a lead pass to the front of the Black Ice net that didn't connect. Paredes shoots and scores. Era sent it to the front of the net, and it was deflected. Era's leading the fist bump, so maybe it wasn't deflected. Rinkster comes away with a 2-1 lead with 4.5 remaining. I got a sense this game's not over, though. Face-off win for Rinkster. Rinkster, the top seed, with their incredible pool play. Emerging here from Black Ice's 1-0 lead, and now taking a 2-1 lead here into the dying minutes of this game. Puck bumped up the near wall. Williams stops the rush, and it's violently jarred down. Paredes scoops it up behind the net. Moves it to the right wing side for Stoddard. Cross to Era. Goes down low to Friedman. And then back up to Stoddard on the right wing. Now near side for Era. 3:36 left. Black Ice is bringing man-to-man coverage, it looks like. And it forces a turnover. One-timer, blocker saved by Savoy. Black Ice again with possession. 3:19 left. Black Ice's Lemus moves up the floor, surrenders possession. Paredes took it right from her. Good pivot in the corner. Paredes shakes loose of 2 blue sweaters. Starts the motor northbound. She feeds it near wing. It was a pass on the offhand of Verada, so she has to reverse. 2:45 remaining. Rinkster with the lead. Bennett gets some space behind the net. Hands it off to Dement on the right wing side. Dement, low drive, misses wide. Puck worked in tight. Ooh, and a shot just wide of the cage. Rocher with a good heads-up play. And now here comes Yokoyama. She actually got credit on that last goal. She was the one that deflected it. Yokoyama from Era. The goal prior to that was Verada unassisted, and opening up the scoring 5 minutes into the second period was Hardy from Cantry. Stoddard down to the corner of the black ice zone and then sends it all the way back. Yokoyama right now, who owns the deciding goal, starts up the floor, gets tripped, and there'll be a penalty. Susie Coetzee dinged on a penalty. And also a timeout for Black Ice. So again, just to recap the scoring. No scoring in the first period. Izzy Hardy opened up the scoring in the second from Charlotte Chantry. And then Laura Verada scored unassisted. And Yokoyama got the most recent goal from Allison Era. And those Rinkster goals occurred 28 seconds apart. And Black Ice will have a mountain to climb. They're shorthanded. And they got to score. Izzy Hardy skates out. Lexi Ace. And I would assume Christine Rocher. I think that's her taking the face-off against Stoddard. And a face-off win for Rinkster. Yeah, that is Rocher. A one-timer fanned on by Verada. Ace behind the net. Involved in a collision for the puck. Worked away by Rinkster to Paredes. To the far side for Era. Goes down low. Stoddard, sharp angle chance. Save is made. 1:15 left. 1:06 of the power play. Black Ice prevails with the puck away from their own net. Hardy trying to shake loose Verada. Plays it behind the net. Ace moves it up to Rocher. Rocher a little dump and chase. She gets angled off by Era. 51 seconds left of the game. Net is empty for Black Ice. They got to start pulling some more pressure. This is going to be a wide open net for Verada. She carries it in, shoots, and scores. And Rinkster will take this game with a power play tally. Black Ice just didn't have the man-to-man urgency where they pulled the goaltender, and it cost them. Now keep the goaltender pulled. So we'll go 5-on-4 here with 40 seconds left. Black Ice wins the draw. Chantry to the far side reverses. Long stretch feed up to the near wing. Coetzee forced off to the corner. Rocher scoops it up. Skates behind the net. Rocher looks around, shoots, and it's a shoulder stop by Savoy to the near corner. 16 seconds left. Puck battle behind the Rinkster net. Poke to the corner and then slung down the ice. Doesn't go all the way down. Big wind-up slap shot gets deflected wide. 5 seconds remaining. Rinkster will move on to the finals. They defeat Black Ice by a score of 3-1. Black Ice started off the scoring. Izzy Hardy from Chantry. Verada scored an unassisted goal. Yokoyama from Era on a deflection. And then icing it, Verada from Paredes. Rinkster outshot Black Ice 19-10. And we'll move on to the finals for the championship here in Narch 2025. We'll take a break and bring it back. We'll have whoever the opponent will be decided next. Be back in just a moment. You're listening to Narch Finals from the Rink's Irvine Inline.
Testing. All right. You can cut out that other shit.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we still riding swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got checks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know don't fuck with Texas. Hey, we always say we keep our wings. My mama from the 8, she slowed it down for me at 7. Used to think Pimp C was a guy before he went to heaven. I knew what pushing P was before Gunna even said it. Hey, C0 taught me keep my weapon and never trust a nigga or a bitch cause it's expected. No killers from the country, they ride horses and throw sevens. Got niggas in the East ride ATVs with Mac 11s.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here to this bitch. Don't mess with Texas. Cause you know everybody around this bitch got guns.
Hey, see I'm from Texas. We got Beyonce trying to shoot and we can't forget them. Big shout out to them boys and I can't forget back from Texas. I've been feeling like Luca, how I bought that shit a blessing. #1 rule in Texas, keep it solid, ain't no telling. Hey, and always keep your fucking weapon. A nigga try me or the guys, we got no choice but stretch him. If he survive these shots at first, bet he die on that stretcher. These diamonds, I got water, might just go Johnny my next one. Hey, this Texas tea is what I drink. Sauce Walker had us dripping, sauce having hoes in on drink. Young Nasa had us jigging, dipping, ain't know how to think. Now I got all these niggas stepping, swiping, catching plays. Hey.
I'm Brooke Bryant from Linden, California.
I'm feeling so intelligent. I'm looking so damn elegant. We outside, tell them let us in. We in the room addressing elephants. Top floor, but you never been. Just take my hand, I'll take you for a spin. I never show you any negligence. And I don't move with no recklessness. I show you all the different elements. I show you sweet life decadence. So when you reaching on the precipice, just know we way up, limitless. Now you know I'm chilling way up. I can't come down. Tell the boss man, hey. I need it all right now. Feeling so bossy. Get off my energy like a bunch of dolphins. Now you know I'm chilling way up. I can't come down.
This is it. It's time.
Sliding on the sky, you can say I'm gliding. I be in the clouds, I ain't with the silence. On a different level, no, you cannot find them. I'm all about the pressure, I'm a hidden diamond. If you scared of heights, don't trip on the pilot. I've been mile high for a while, I'm flying. And you know I aced every single assignment. Get the taste of winning, and I can't stop trying. Iron to iron, steel to steel. Till we sharpen each other like a team for real. The way we break bread, then we eat up the meal. When you fresh, it's kinda hard to chill. Now you know I'm chilling way up. I can't come down. Tell the boss man, hey. I need it all right now. Feeling so bossy. Get off my energy like a bunch of dolphins. Now you know I'm chilling way up. I can't come down. Now you know I'm chilling way up. I can't come down. Tell the boss man, pay up.
All right, folks, we are back here from the rinks in Irvine. Jeremy Ellis bringing you game number 2 of Women's Pro, the semifinals between the Golden Knights and Haichu are set to go here from Irvine, California. We are at the 2025 Narch Finals, and the Golden Knights in the cream and gold jerseys take the opening draw, and they will have it. So the goaltenders in this one, as we get ready for the first little shot, potentially of the game. The goaltenders for this one, Frankie Sanchez, the goaltender. Ella Park, the goaltender for Haichu. I'm sure somewhere Alex Morrison is watching this game, coach of Haichu, but unable to make it here today due to other hockey commitments. Monhaus sends it across, shot right on, and now Haichu will have the puck for the first time. Trying to make it up the floor was Martisic, and Martisic just steamrolls a Golden Knights player on her way to the back of the net and then had it taken from her. Puck comes right back there, and now Martisic has it. Martisic trying to get free and now loses it. Grigg trying to spin away. She gets taken off the puck. Finally comes all the way back to the Golden Knights. Here they come the other direction. Looking for some space, leaving it off there. Now the chance for them. Shooting, Ella Park makes the save, and she'll hold on for the whistle. First good scoring chance of the hockey game came off the stick of Merce Valaro. Face off won momentarily by the Golden Knights. Now it's pushed off into the corner. They have the puck there. This is Bryant. Bryant trying to work through. Possessing the puck. Now she'll spin away. Number 19, Bryant, looking for someone in front. Her centering pass gets deflected into the corner, and they'll battle for it there. Lippiff is there for Haichu, and now tries to kick it behind the net. Oh, we're going to have a high sticking penalty here called against the Golden Knights. I think that was Bryant who got the stick up too high underneath the chin of Ash Prinzen. And Prinzen draws the penalty on Bryant, and so Haichu will go on the power play for the first time here in the hockey game. So the face-off controlled by Prinzen. Prinzen almost had a scoring chance there, and it goes away. Now they set it back up top. First power play of the hockey game. This is Haichu with it. Over to Martisic. Wind picking up here in Irvine. There's a shot from the wing. It was off the stick of Andrisi, and now it's sent all the way back. Sanchez made the save there. Sanchez and Park, the goaltender. Sanchez for the Golden Knights. And now Kim up the floor. Over to Martisic. Sends it to the far side. There's a shot right on Sanchez. Another save. Golden Knights make some personnel changes here. Get some fresh legs on the floor here on the penalty kill. Pogu with it along the wall. Pogu trying to tie things up and kill some time. Monhaus in there to help her out, and now Olivia tries to go after it, but she'll sit back. It's given right back over, and now we're going to have a hand pass there. So it'll go back into the Haichu zone. Prinzen, Martisic, Levens, and Andrisi, the four out there for the Haichu power play. Face-off win by the Golden Knights, and now Monhaus has it. Monjas has got a chance here. Now she's going to pull it back. She's out there with Sapra and Pogu here on this penalty kill. Now Monjas gets away. She's got some space. Here she comes. Olivia takes a shot, scores. Olivia Monjas, a shorthanded goal. And it's now 1-0 Golden Knights. That was right as the penalty expired to Brooke Bryant. Golden Knights back to full strength with the lead off that shorthanded goal. With the puck coming back in the other direction, and Monjas almost had her second of the hockey game. Rebound controlled by the Golden Knights. Haichu looks to pack it into a box here. They're not going to go man-to-man. Monjas steps into another shot and scores. Monjas has got Park's number here as she was able to cruise right down the middle with space and pull one right past the goaltender, Ella Park. And it's now 2-0 Golden Knights. One way to attack a box is to go right down the middle, and that's what Monjas did there. There's a shot right in. Park with a save there. Rebound. Again, Park another save. Now Martisic trying to get back the other direction for Haichu. She's able to skate through a check. Martisic steps into a shot. Good block there by Lily Pogu. Now Pogu sends it to the near side to Sapra. Up ahead. Here's a chance now right in, and that one is steered away. There's a chance for Giannino there. Giannino seeing her first action of the hockey game. Number 27. She'll head off to the bench along with Pogu. And now Sapra to the far side. She was looking for Bryant. Good stick there by Andrisi to knock it away. Chance now for Bryant. Bryant circles around the cage. Centering pass. Gets it right back and then overskates. Martisic away for Haichu. Bella makes a nice move on the wall. Bella gets taken down, and she is going to draw a tripping penalty to the Golden Knights. This one is going to go against Dees. So Elisa Dees is nuts about these calls here going against the Golden Knights. The second one of the hockey game. So power play now for Haichu yet again. Swing it to the far side. Andrisi. Top side now to Kim. Kim looking. She's got Prinzen sitting up in front of the net. There's a shot right on, and Sanchez with the save there. Puck is right there, and Sanchez holds on for the whistle. Pass to the far side, goes over the stick of Martisic. Now slapped up the boards. And Monjas back the other way. She's already got 2 goals in this hockey game. Monjas tries to go around Kim. There's a chance right there, and Park gets a piece of that one-timer. They've already got one shorthanded goal in this hockey game. There's a chance now. Monhaus back the other direction, tried to sauce it back through. Was looking for Moreno. Now Moreno makes a move. Moreno goes down. Golden Knights back to full strength now. As D's back out on the floor. Long pass up ahead, looking for Moreno. Moreno has it. Circling out of the corner. Swept to the far side. Here's Pogu. Pogu steps in. That shot gets blocked by Park into the corner. Park trying to keep her team in this one. They trail 2-0. And the puck went up high and into the netting behind Ella. So we'll have a whistle there. Nino almost walked right through on the draw. Now a turnover by Haichu. They're getting outplayed here, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as well. 2-0 our score. Nino into the corner now trying to battle. It's finally taken by the Golden Knights, and they have it back. This is Montana Morante. Montana out on the floor for the first time. Here's Pogu, back to Sapra. Chloe works down the left side. The righty shot, leaves it back up top. Well, the Knights really down low here. They don't want to get exposed going back the other direction. Here's Pogu's shot, blockered away by Park. Martisic gets wrapped up there by Giannino. Giannino trying to get control of it. Long pass up ahead to Martisic. Martisic screaming down the right side. Trying to make a move. Puck goes low. Sanchez gets crashed down by two Haichu players. Pogu takes exception. Bryant does. Now there's some pushing and shoving down there. The officials finally in there to clean up this mess. And we're going to have coincidental penalties here, I think, on Martisic and Pogu. So coincidental penalties there, one to each team, and so we're back to live action. Shot there. Sanchez makes the save right off the draw. They leave it off. Shot goes in. That's steered to the corner. Haichu trying to get on it. Back the other direction. Here comes Princeton. Princeton sends one, and Sanchez blockers that aside. Up ahead. Here comes Bryant. Bryant centering pass just a little bit behind. And now we're going to have another whistle. The puck went out of play there. Face-off controlled by Haichu. They take it in their own zone. 5:20 left to go here in period number one. Golden Knights leading Haichu by a score of 2-0. They turn it over in their own zone, and Monhaus has it. She's got both of the Golden Knights' goals. She's taken off the puck there by Princeton, who does a good job of wrapping her up. Chance now for Moreno, sends it down to the far side. Trying to feed it back in front. Now making a little move there is Vallaro. Moreno takes it back into her own zone. This is Monhas. Monhas takes a shot, looking for the hat trick. Gets the puck back off the save by Park. This time it's Moreno. Moreno sends it back to Grigg. They weave through again. Haichu in this box. Now Grigg goes right down the center, and Monhas' shot just goes wide of the net. Trying to center the puck now. It's taken back, and Grigg will have it there for the Golden Knights. There's Grigg up ahead to Sapra. Sapra works down the right side, sends one in gently towards the net, looking for a rebound. Golden Knights on it. There's a nice little give and go. Big save there by Park. And she makes another one on Monhas off the rebound. Sapra was set up beautifully for the one-timer, and Park made an outstanding save. Princeton comes away with the puck. Sends it up the wall and turns it over. Back the other direction with it. Sending one to the far post. That one just missed. Checked with the Golden Knights players. Laya Zinn is number 22. Did not have her on the roster. She's listed as number 6. Martasek. Actually, that wasn't Martasek. That was Andrisi. Had it and lost it. Up the wall. Golden Knights almost had too many on the floor there. Here's Bryant. Bryant's got a step. Bryant steps into a shot. Rebound was right there, and Dees almost was able to put it home. Bryant stepping through, now spinning away. Slamming on the brakes was Vallaro. Tries to get it down to Wynn. Vicky right there. Puck is still loose in the slot, taken over by Vallaro. Vallaro's shot goes high and wide. Wynn on a good forecheck there. Shoves a player right into the official. Puck comes back up top now to Bryant. Bryant working down the left side, spinning away from a check. Now gets double teamed along the wall. D's in there trying to help out. Puck squirts to the far wall. Puck goes back the other way. Bryant had it and lost it. Now Vallaro takes it. Bryant comes to the bench. We're under a minute to play. Wynn slams on the brakes. Trying to find Vallaro. Pass was behind her. Monhas. The lead pass. 37 seconds left. That shot just goes wide of the net. Monhas has got quite the trigger. Olivia having herself a game. She's got both of the Golden Knights goals. She leaves it off this time to Vallaro. Nice move by Vallaro, centering pass. No one home. Long play up ahead, trying to get it Andrisi. Grigg back to get it for the Golden Knights. Grigg's long shot turned aside by Ella Park, and that'll do it for our first period. It's been Golden Knights here. 2-0 our score with 15 minutes in the books. Second period coming up here in just a moment to see who goes to the Women's Pro Championship. All right, back to live action here for period number 2 in the Women's Pro Semifinal, game 2. Winner will go on to the championship game. Grigg starts it back the other way. Here comes Monas up ahead to Moreno. Spaniards out there together with the Canadian Grigg. Chance in front, Moreno. Saved there by Monjas. Another rebound off the stick of Valaro, and that one goes up off the netting out of play. Golden Knights pretty much controlling the play here in this one. Wynn spinning away from pressure. Now as no one on there, tries to split the middle, and that one was just a little bit too soft. Well, Martisek had it, lost it, and now it's turned back over. Here comes Vicky Wynn. She's got a 3-on-2 now. Bryant with the puck. Bryant shot, scores. Snaps one into the upper corner on a nice pass from Wynn, and it's now 3-0 Golden Knights. Trying to feed it off the boards there. It goes right back, and here comes Dees. Dees has got space. Dees shooting, and that one's turned aside. Pass right on, deflected, and that one almost found the back of the net. Instead, it goes up high and over. Princeton bumped off the puck. Here comes Wynn. Wynn over to Bryant. Those two just clicked on a goal. Bryant on the backhand, back to Victoria this time, and Wynn just had it go off the side of the net. Trying to return the favor was Brooke there. Dees back on it now. Lost it. Puck goes off the boards, and Haichu sends it all the way down, and she will go for a change. Sapra with the puck. Last one back. She'll retreat. Pogu on the floor now for the Golden Knights. Long pass up ahead. Pogu takes it off the wall. Chips one towards the net. It ends up in the corner. Giannino giving chase there for the Golden Knights. Pops it back up top to Pogu. Hands off to Chloe Sapra. A little bit of interference there by Pogu. Pogu and Prinzen come together. Now a turnover. Prinzen with it. Prinzen tried to center it to Andrisi. Both players overskated it. And now it's Morante. Morante, 2-on-1. Here's a chance for Giannino, and she just couldn't find the handle. Giannino turns and wrists one towards the net that goes up and out of play. Face-off controlled by Grigg and the Golden Knights. Here comes Villaro. Villaro back the other direction. Villaro's got a step past it behind Moreno. And now Haichu with some speed. They've got numbers back the other way if they hurry. Martisic makes a move. Martisic shot. That one goes off the post. Sanchez was beat. Now Monjas. He's got 2 goals in this hockey game, looking for more. Slamming on the brakes, but taken away by Andrisi. Andrisi off the wall, couldn't find the mark to Kim, and it's turned back over. Pass up ahead, Monjas. Low, there's a puck is kicked. It's taken back by Villaro for the Golden Knights, now to Grigg. Monjas and Grigg come back into their own zone. They leave it there for Olivia. Olivia's got space, and off she goes. Olivia over to Villaro. Villaro sends one to the backside. It gets knocked away, and now Monjas on it for the Knights. Battle for it along the wall. Long pass up ahead to Martisic. Martisic collects it. She's got help coming. It's Andrisi. Martisic gets bodied down by Villaro. Able to puck protect. Villaro now finally takes it away, and Moreno has it for the Golden Knights. Monjas has it stripped off her stick by Princeton. Ash overskated it. Trying to get it away there was Wynn. Now it comes back up top to Moreno. Moreno with it. Chip it to the near side, taken by Dees. Got a 3-on-2, Moreno with it. Moreno working back left to right, takes a shot in Park. Makes a nice save there. 3-0 our score, 9:45 left to go here in period 2. There's a trip there by Prinzen, and Prinzen will go to the box. And Brooke Bryant taking exception with Prinz smacking one towards her goaltender. So Golden Knights on the power play here. Bryant swings it down low, gets it back. Bryant was handcuffed a little bit. Now Monas, you don't want to give her space. She shoots, Parks makes the save there. That's where Monas has been lethal in this hockey game. 2 goals from right around that same spot. Martisic goes off the wall, gets her stick lifted by Monhas. Now it goes into the corner. Bryant there with it. Bryant smacks it back, and Monhas will retrieve. Martisic retreats back into her own zone. Moreno sauces one over to Monhas. Monhas lost it, and it just dumped back into the Golden Knights zone. Bryant back to get it now for the Golden Knights. 35 seconds left on the power play. Bryant over to Mona. She's got space. Stepping in, shooting. Park had her number that time. Now back to Monhas. Over to Bryant. Bryant takes a shot that just goes high and wide. Lauro into the corner. Now back up top to Bryant. Bryant fanned on a slap shot. Monhas with it. Rips a shot right into the glove. Knocked away there by Park. There's a shot there by Moreno. And she buries it past the goaltender Park on a nice feed from Valaro. And that's a power play goal. There is 1 second remaining in the penalty to Princeton. And it's now 4-0. Golden Knights over Haichu. We've got a timeout taken by Haichu. All right, back to live action after the timeout by Haichu. 8:05 left to go here in period number 2. 4-0 our score. Golden Knights on top. And they're in the offensive zone trying to add more, but now it's taken back by Haichu. Trying to escape on the wall. Giannino, good defense there. Morante unable to get it. Now Haichu back into their own zone. Princeton tries to spin away. Giannino takes her down. Puck is along the wall. Now it's taken back. Centering pass out front. There's a shot. Park gets a save there. There's a trip on Giannino, who puts it right into the skates of the Haichu player. And now Haichu will go back on the power play. Face off controlled by Haichu. And Dreesy tried to send it back up top to Kim. He has it now behind the net. Lost it. Sauced up the wall. Here comes Dees. Dees is by herself. Circles back. Dees leaves it off there. Back in her own zone is Zinn. Now Martasek. Martasek tries to feed it in front. There's a rebound shot by Kim that gets steered aside. Martasek again with it to the near side. This is Andresi. Looks like she loaded the gun a little bit too long, and Dee's got a block there. Vicky Wynn, now a chance in front. That shot by Andresi blocked away by Sanchez. Block shot there by Martasek. Martasek with the puck, shot blocked, has it back. Kim's shot goes over the net. Rebound is right there on the doorstep, and Andresi can't find it. Vicky Wynn gets taken into the wall. Giannino out of the box and back to the bench. Monhaus out there now. They still battle away, and finally we're going to have a whistle as players come together there. Wynn was on the deck, so the official called it. 5:28 left to go here in period 2. Player taken down. Martasek is on top of Greg. Now Greg and Martasek wrestle back there behind the play. In the meantime, Monhaus steps into a shot that gets deflected just wide of the net. Moreno with it. Moreno to Monhaus. Around the boards to Valaro. Martasek not doing much. She's just kind of cherry picking out here. Monhaus goes behind her own net, and now she's going to escape and then retreat back in there. 4-on-3 back the other way as they leave Martasek all the way back down there. There was a chance right in front. And all alone was Moreno, and she didn't shoot the puck. Slapped away by Valaro. Now it's taken by Monhaus. Monhaus walking right in. Shot scores. You could see it from up here what she saw, and she saw room under the glove of Ella Park after a nice little move, and Monhaus has got her third goal of the hockey game. Throw out the Hets. Puck slapped back by Morante into her own zone. Sapper there with it. Over to Pogu. Pogu leaves it off for Bryant. Bryant sends one up the wall that Sapper can't handle, though. Bryant trying to track that puck, but it's taken by Haichu to the near wall. Golden Knights are on top in this one by a score of 5-0. Puck goes behind now. Long pass up ahead taken by Bryant. Bryant over to Sapra. Actually, she kept it. I thought she was going to hit Sapra going through the middle, and she did not. Bryant takes the puck back. Stepping in, shooting, and Park holds on there. 5-0 our score, 3:02 left to go here in period number 2. Golden Knights look to be on their way to the Narch Women's Pro Championship game. Puck goes behind the net to Martisic. Martisic makes a move, and now she's back the other direction. Had it and lost it. Turnover there. Chance right on, and Giannino had her shot saved by Park. .244 left. 5-0 Golden Knights. Trying to get it out of their zone. And instead, they turn it back over to Zinn. He's back in her own end of Vicky Wynn. Now Dees controls behind the net. Pressure being applied by Levens. Long pass up ahead. Giannino couldn't handle it. And Dreesy twists it back into the corner. Taken there by Martisic. Bella is definitely the straw that stirs the drink here for this Haichu team. They would love to get her going, and this time she cannot get past Bryant. Bryant has it. Bryant takes a shot right off the post. She had Park beat. Comes up with the loose puck in the corner now, makes a nice nifty move, makes a second move. Was trying to get it in front to Dees. Now it's slapped into the corner where Dees takes control there. Bryant tried to make one extra move instead of firing it, and it gets turned over. Back the other direction. Wynn steals it back for the Golden Knights, and here they come. Long pass up ahead to Bryant. Bryant now. Bryant walking in over to Montana Morante. Montana lost it. Princeton slides it up the wall. Haichu takes over there, and then they just send it right back down the floor where Chloe Sapra will be on the case. Under a minute to go here in this Women's Pro Semifinal. Golden Knights will be moving on to the championship game. Players battle for it there. Slapped off the wall. Morante trying to get out of trouble. Martisic had it, lost it. Now it's swatted away. And here's Grigg. Grigg's got some speed. Grigg trying to get the corner. She does. Grigg walking right in. And a big save there by Ella Park. Here's Grigg yet again. Grigg this time tries to go 5-hole. Actually, that was Brooke Bryant. It was Bryant all along that made that nice nifty move. And then this time Park made the save on the second try there by Bryant. So Bryant denied there. 13 seconds left to go. 5-0 score. Puck comes on the boards now to Kim. Valaro sends it up ahead, and that will do it. So the horn sounds, a semifinal win for the Pama Labeda Golden Knights professional women's team. Can the men join them in the championship? They will be up next here in our first of two men's pro semifinals. 5-0 our score. The women's Labeda Golden Knights over Haichu by a final score of 5-0. Jeremy Ellis saying thanks for watching, and R&R production here at the 2025 Narch Finals. Men's pro action coming up next.
Shining in the building, wave high, y'all know what the deal is. When it's game time, I'ma break the ceiling till they know the name, till they know the name, till they know the name. Name high, shining in the building.
Testing. All right. You can cut out that other shit.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we should ride in swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got shacks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know don't fuck with Texas. Hey, we always say we keep our wings. My mama from the A, she slowed it down for me at 7. Used to think Pimp C was a guy before he went to heaven. I knew what pushing P was before Gunna even said it. Hey, she zero taught me keep my weapon and never trust a nigga or a bitch cause it's expected. No killers from the country, they ride horses and throw sevens. Got niggas in the east ride ATVs with Mac 11s.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here to this bitch. Don't mess with Texas. Cause you know everybody around here got guns.
Hey, see y'all from Texas. We got Beyonce trying to shoot them. We can't forget them. Big shout out to them boys and I can't forget about them Texans. I've been feeling like Luca, how I bought that shit a blessing. Number one rule in Texas, keep it solid, ain't no telling. Hey, and always keep your fucking weapon. A nigga try me or the guys, we got no choice but stretch him. If he survive these shots at first, bet he die on that stretcher. These diamonds I got water, might just go Johnny my next one. Hey, this Texas tea is what I drink. Sauce Walker had us dripping, sauce having hoes in on drink. Young Nasa had us jigging, dipping, ain't know how to think. Now I got all these niggas stepping, swiping, catching plays. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the first of two Narch Pro men's semifinals. Jeremy Ellis joined by Andy Zilch here from the rinks in Irvine, California, where we have the Pama Labeda Golden Knights in the cream with gold trim against the Skittles. And Andy, we've seen these teams all weekend, and besides that one tie to Maven, the Golden Knights seem to be on a mission to get back to that championship game.
Yeah, you know, they're always snapping the puck around. Really good puck pressure, too. And Skittles, I guess you could call them a little bit younger of a crew here compared to Pama. So we'll see what withholds here. And they're riding a high. Skittles just came off an unbelievable win. You know, and that's something that's not to be taken lightly, too. I'm sure they got an extra jump in their step.
That win was against a Maven team that tied the Golden Knights in that first hockey game for each team here in the Pro Division. This is Yada with it for the Skittles. The goaltenders Robinson, and I believe it's Clay Taylor in the net for the Golden Knights. So Robinson, they got 5 on him, did Maven. What will the Golden Knights do? Here comes Panisa. Panisa working up the side. Taylor makes a save. Shots, scores. I thought he had stopped it. Maybe it trickled across the line. Andy, not sure if you got a good look at it, but Panisa put the Skittles on top here, 1-0.
Yeah, it was an unsure save. He got a lot of it with his pad and just literally rolled over his pad and then trickled over the line. I mean, your original call was right, but I thought he was going to have it too. It was just very unsure, and boy, that's not boding well for Pama right off the hop. You got to have your goaltender be very confident in himself.
So Clay Taylor, longtime netminder for the Golden Knights. If you recall way back in the day, Troy Redmond, now the CarShield goalie, formerly the Golden Knights pro team goalie back when they were the Pama Cyclones way back in the day. Now this is Foster with it. Just over a minute into this one. This is Volgan. Abamont couldn't handle that pass along the boards, and Robinson sends it to the far side. Conant up ahead to No. He's got the shield off. No cage, and this one goes wide of the net. Robinson trying to get it. Har on it. Swings it to the far side now to Abamont. Back into his own zone to Foster. Foster, a little touch pass. Abamont picked up on it and was able to go the other way. Swings it to the far side to Jogiel. He was the hero from the last game. Abamont with a great look, and I don't think he was looking where he was shooting there. So he sends it right in. Up ahead to Cadiz, back to No. And No just towed that one up and over the net. He'd love to have that one back. Nice little setup from Junior.
Yeah, to go back to that Skittles breakout there, Foster was playing the puck to the near wing. He was not going to Abamont, but it was a good look for Abamont. And then to your point, if he would have picked his head up as he was cutting across the slot, he probably would have had a chance at another goal, but instead he put it right in the equipment.
So this time the draw taken by Vadabonker and the Skittles. As they send it back here, they come the other direction now is Selleck. Selleck gets pushed off the puck by Alex Kyle, AK-47. Savage into the wall. No, I think Savage may be a candidate for all-unit team. Still going to name that a little bit later on. A couple more players left to go. Long pass up ahead to Kyle. Couldn't handle it. Savage to the far side, taken there by Gonzalez. Now to Seamer. John working down the right side. Now gets a step, tries to go wide on Vadabonker. Robinson the save. Olinger. He's also a former Golden Knight. Long pass up ahead. That finds Selleck. Selleck takes a shot, deflects up high. Stays in play, I thought, but it must have touched the netting in behind the goaltender Taylor.
You know, this 1-0 lead for the Skittles just kind of reinforces what I talked about to open this call. They got some confidence in them, and you got to have that when you're playing Pama. And if you slip down 1-0, all hope starts to get lost right away. But for them to build a 1-0 lead after that win a few hours ago, I think they're feeling pretty confident in their play, and it must make them play a little bit easier.
Well, we know the Pro Division is all about momentum, and if you pick it up, you can do something with it. There's a turnover there, and Panisa has it for the Skittles. He almost gave it away. He did. Now it's chipped up the wall. They swat at it there. Baumgarten gets hit hard into the glass. That one goes to the side of Charlie Robinson. Yada trying to body the puck there. Goes behind the net. Foster almost got taken out by Mooney. And now Mooney has it. Sends it back to Kevin. Kevin over to Kyle. 11:30 left to go here in period number 1. We've seen upsets here in this tournament. The champion Wheelers defeated CarShield during round robin. Skittles team has some veteran leadership in Olinger and Foster. They've got some young talent as well as Haars out there. There's a long shot. Goes off a skate over to the far wall. Unable to get it. Were the Skittles, and now Mooney takes it back for the Golden Knights.
You know, one thing, too, about the Golden Knights here is they haven't claimed a championship in a bit either. And last year, remember, the OT lost to CarShield. I'm sure that's something that they're reflecting on.
We were champions a couple years ago. That was Baumgartner on the back door as Eitan Chavera had him. Eitan is wide open in front of the net. Mooney didn't see him till the last second and couldn't get it there. Now Panisa sprinting up ahead of the pack. Panisa makes a nice little move. Good back pressure there by Baumgartner, and Chavera has it for the Golden Knights. Chavera over to Mooney, tried to whip it to the far side. Kevin sends it all the way back, and Conan on it for the Golden Knights. They want to make changes, but Haar racing in there. Conant using his momentum to get rid of Haar, and now here he comes the other way. Trying to go around Yada. Slaps it back, and now No has it. No. Cruising through the neutral zone. He's watched there by Haar. Tries to get the step. Haar with a little bit of a grab. Travis skates through it. Cuts to the middle, takes a shot. Robinson makes the save. Rebound slap back to Conant.
I think that shot was tipped on its way there, too. So what was originally squared up for Robinson hit the far part of his pad.
Robinson coming out to cut off the angle. Here comes No. No walking in, tried to thread it through to Cadiz. Skips over his stick. Robinson chips it back to Conant. 5.5 minutes into this one, 1-0 our score. Skittles on top of the Golden Knights. Golden Knights have kind of controlled the action here, but they're yet to be on the board. Now they get it up ahead to No. No and Cadiz, those two have an innate ability to find one another. Played together for numerous years. Now here comes Konixx. Konixx with a shot. Good save there by Robinson. They're going to need Charlie to be strong in this game for a chance to win.
And to your point, I think it's been 2 minutes since there's been full puck possession for Skittles. They got to figure out a way here to get something systematically up the floor. And their execution has got to be darn near perfect.
Here's Haar looking to execute one towards the net, and this one goes off of Taylor into the corner. Squirts away now to Robinson. Robinson working one-on-one on Olinger. Takes a shot, and Olinger gets a stick on that, sending it wide of the net. Skittles player goes down. That was Joe Gill trying to get the puck. He, in turn, takes down Kyle, and now Abamont on it for the Skittles. Pace is slowed down just a little bit after an initial period of run and gun for both teams. Trying to get it off the wall. Abamont broke up ahead. Now a 3-on-2 developing. Nice move by Abamont, and Seymour went down and kind of changed his direction. Volgan trying to slap at it there, and it's taken back over by the Golden Knights.
Abamont's been an extremely impressive player for Skittles, especially during that round robin. He was definitely the pulse of this team offensively.
Here comes Alex Kyle, a recent pickup. Robinson with a nice glove save there. First time that I've seen Kyle play with the Golden Knights. Now here's Abamont stealing a pass, taking a shot that just misses. He's trying to go glove side on Taylor. Now Savage back to Seymour. Spins away from a forecheck. And he'll methodically work it up over to Kyle. Gonzalez is out there with Savage, Kyle, and Seymour now. John overskated the puck. It was almost stolen by Panisa. Panisa all over Seymour now. And Panisa comes away with the steal. Tried to go behind the back. He does. Here's a chance right in front. Scores! That was Olinger cruising in, and a beautiful pass on the back door by Weisner, finding Olinger. And it's 2-0 Skittles. And that all starts with the forecheck of Jonathan Panisa.
Yeah, you don't see that stuff happen very often. John getting pickpocketed back in his own zone for starters. But, man, that just brings the attitude that Skittles is swinging into this game. I mean, he's such a talented player. Almost had a change of pace right there, but it's just, man, Skittles is really bringing this confidence right now. It's something that's going to be a talking point here throughout this game.
Now you talk about talent. Eitan Chavera ring one off the crossbar, right off that draw. That would have been a big goal to get some momentum back for the Knights. Here's Mooney's shot, gets deflected by Foster. Robinson way out of the net, puck is loose. Robinson hits the deck. Net is dislodged, still no whistle right now. And now they're going to finally blow it as Chavera and Vadabonker come together, and the shot was saved by Robinson. He was scrambling in between those pipes.
Well, I think it's pretty clear here. The next 4 minutes or so are going to be really important for Skittles. Pissed off Pama. Plain and simple. They're bringing it. They're throwing as many haymakers as they can. If you can stave off this attack, you're gonna be setting yourself up pretty.
You got to think Pama needs this next goal. They can't allow the Skittles to go up 3-0 because then it becomes a possession game. Here's Mooney. Mooney working through the middle of the rink. Puck jumped on his stick, and he has to be careful because he's last man back. Now he retreats, and they'll reset the offense.
You know what's interesting is the growth of the Skittles. They were completely on the outside looking in last year, and this year here they are in the semis.
Happens. Continuity is a big thing in roller hockey as these teams get together. And if you play together for a long time, we saw it with Black Ice. We saw it with the Roadrunners who made some runs in some of these pro tournaments. Guys that have been playing as kids. Here's Chavira. Chavira sends one to the far side. Chipped over there. Mooney tried to get on it. And now it's taken by Har. Har was looking ahead to Selleck, but it's taken back now by Mooney. Here comes Kevin. Kevin over to Eaton, whose shot just goes wide of the net. Cal Mooney trying to get it along the wall, and does. To the far side, Kevin with a swing and a miss. What is that? Is that a backwards K there when it's a swing and a miss strikeout?
Yeah.
That's
looking.
Here's a pass to Har. Okay, just a regular K.
A regular K.
Here's No. No working through the center of the rink, leaves it off for Konixx. Konixx shot right on, and Robinson gobbles that up off the Skittles logo. 2-0 our score, 5:18 left to go here in period number one. Jeremy Ellis joined by Andy Zilch here on an R&R production Narch Pro live stream, our first of two pro semifinals. Up next, we'll have CarShield and the TCS Envious Wings, who I've yet to have a look at this week. I know you've seen them a couple times.
Yeah, Wings, they got a good punch to their game, and it'll be really interesting to see how they measure up here to CarShield when everything's on the line. They had a really tight matchup in the semis or the quarters against champion Wheelers, who were the team that defeated CarShield. So it's going to be fun, obviously, from here on out. You knew that coming into the semis.
Here's Travis No. Travis No walking around Volgan, now forced to retreat. Olinger all over him and comes away with the steal. Olinger, probably one of the best defensemen in the pro game. Made an errant pass there, but it's taken back by the Skittles. Abamont on it. Abamont's got Joe Gill with him. This time he shoots it. And that one missed by about a centimeter off the post. To the far side, Abamont. Taylor with a nice save there. He had to be sharp as that was point blank for Dylan.
Well, stating the obvious, Pama has control of the game, but when they don't, it's Skittles having massive spurts for goal-scoring chances.
There was a centering pass by Robinson that hit a skate, and then Charlie Robinson, the goaltender, barely got a piece of it. Now a chance for Panisa, shooting, and that one goes off the side of the net. Panisa sends it all the way back now to Olinger. Here comes Har, or actually Joe Gill. Joe Gill shot, and Clay Taylor with the save. Not sure if you saw that game earlier with the Skittles and Maven, but Olinger took a shot, and he was doubled over. He had to come to the bench. In between games, I asked him what happened to him, if he was hurt, and he said, nope, nothing. I'm fine. Playing it coy, didn't want to give any fodder that maybe I could use on the broadcast. Golden Knights are known to listen into the broadcast for, tips and things like that, Andy, to see if they can utilize into the earpiece of Coach Rob Cherneman.
A game within a game.
Here's Savage. Savage shots blocked, and now Foster. He's going to go by himself on Seamer. Savage with the little back pressure. Nice little move by Foster. Foster gets taken down, and now tried to send it all the way back, and Kyle picks it out of midair.
Good hand-eye coordination.
Here comes Savage. Savage doesn't like it. Reassesses. Back to Kyle. Got space. Shot Robinson. Rebound Savage. This one wide of the net. It's right there, and Vadabonker chips it to the side wall. Good play there by Cody. Foster sauces one up ahead. Here's Weisner. Weisner shooting right into the gullet of the Golden Knight netminder, Clay Taylor. 2-0 our score, 2:53 left to go here in period number one, first of two pro semifinals from the rinks in Irvine.
Boy, to go back a moment with with Abamount a few inches away from making this a 3-0 game. That would have been devastating for Pama.
Mooney trying to go on Yada. Yada, good defense there. Now Ollinger makes a nice little move and pivots as he passes over to Yada. Up ahead to Volgan. Volgan put it onto Ollinger's stick to the middle. Trying to get something there with Selleck. Selleck back up top. Volgan trying to skate through some pressure. Selleck has it and wisely shovels it back down to Yada.
I just looked around. This is our best attended game that we've had so far. Obviously, as we're reaching the semis now in the men's pro division. Had some pretty good attendance for the women's semis as well, too. We're looking forward to that final a little bit later. That one starts at 7 o'clock. A little bit behind here on this one, but definitely tune in for those.
A Tappa truck pouring frosty beverages over there. Make it on out here if you're local. Come on down to the rinks of Irvine with 2 more men's pro games after this one. The second semifinal and the championship game. We've got women's pro championship games coming up. Lots of action here on our second to last day of the 2025 Narch Finals. Almost putting a bow on it. Here's Abamount. Abamount leaves it off there for Yada. Yada walking and shooting, blocked there. And now Haar sends it to the near wall. Ollinger trying to retreat back, gives it up. Rare turnover there by Brett. This is Kevin Mooney. Kevin Mooney had the puck rolling, and Robinson able to get his big body in front of that. This time Kevin Mooney takes off a player. Long shovel up ahead, finds a mark. Here comes Abamount shooting and just wide of the net. He had Haar with him. I don't think he knew it. Along the wall now to Dylan Abamount. Tried to thread it through. Instead, it's taken over by Kevin Mooney. Here's Chavira. Chavira shoots one wide of the net. He's disappointed there. He's got Abamount way up ahead. They didn't see him. The puck went into skates. Mooney can get back. And Taylor makes a sharp save there. Abamount was all alone, and they just couldn't catch him in time.
Yeah, rare bad pass there by Haar up the floor to Abamount. I wish he would have had that one back.
And there's a shot there by Kyle Mooney, and finally they solved Charlie Robinson, and they cut this lead in half, 2-1. 40.4 seconds left. A quick little turnover. You get a nice save at one end, and then back the other way, and Kyle Mooney makes it 2-1 in favor of Skittles, but the Golden Knights on the board.
Yeah, Mooney just simply stepped to the top of the circle and let her rip, and it was just a matter of, hey, I got a really powerful shot. Let's see if you can stop it, and Robinson's been dialed in so far, and he just couldn't get that one.
Not sure if that got tipped at all. There was a defender right in front of him. And just like that, you see a little spring in the step of the Golden Knights as they win that draw and then turn it over from the Skittles. Here's No. No leaves it off for Cadiz. Cadiz shot, Robinson save. Puck smacked to the wall. And now they run back the other direction. Panisa. Panisa gets space, shooting. That one is blocked. Baumgartner up the wall to Savage. Long pass up ahead, right on the tee to No, and that shot goes off. Here is Cadiz, scores with 0.2 seconds left on the rebound. No had the shot, Robinson the save right onto the stick of Cadiz, and he sends it home with 0.2 left, and our score is now 2-2.
Well, that was execution perfectly by the Golden Knights. They got one shot on their own goaltender. Skittles was pinching too hard. Golden Knights were going northbound. Skittles still had 3 guys on the goal line. Pama realized it, bolted northbound, and just too many numbers. For the Skittles, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You had a 2-0 lead with a minute to go, and you come into the second 2-2.
Yeah, those are the mistakes that you just can't happen. You can't fall asleep even for a second against this Golden Knights team. They are so fast and so determined to score, and when they jump into plays, they jump in with numbers. And that time it was Cadiz and No, and Cadiz, good job by him. Young players, always keep your eye on the puck and attack the net when you don't have it, and that's exactly what he did, and he was able to track that rebound, make a quick little shoulder fake, get Robinson down, and then put it home just before the buzzer with 0.2 left. Well, we got a brand new hockey game with 1 half to play here. 2-2 our score on that late goal by Junior Cadiz. Jeremy Ellis along with Andy Zilch here from the 2025 Narch Finals. And Andy, the Golden Knights took that momentum away from the Skittles. Can they continue it here in the second half?
You know, if you want an honest opinion, I think this is the Golden Knights game to lose now at this point. The Skittles were on their toes. They had everything right. 2 goals within the final minute. They're on their heels. If you start throwing it down their throat and you forecheck the hell out of them, it's over. There's no chance that Skittles can come back from this. That was just a bad collapse there at the end of the first, and they thought they had this tied up or rolling into the second. They thought they had a good commanding lead, and as soon as you start thinking that, your play dictates that, and that's why the Golden Knights are tied 2-2 with them now.
Here's Chavira leaving it off for Mooney. Kyle walking down, sending one wide of the net. Well, if anything for the Skittles, that goal late in the period allowed the halftime to kind of act as a timeout. They could regroup. They could have a conversation. You saw head coach Shane Arsenault get out on the floor to talk to his team. So good opportunity for the Skittles to kind of regroup and take a deep breath there. Here's Ollinger trying to play some defense on Mooney. Ollinger goes down. Mooney was trying to get it to the back door. Now there's a shot by Kyle that gets deflected up high and wide. Grayson Yada tried to chip it ahead, looking for Panisa. It gets smacked back down in the corner, and Ollinger has it behind his net now to Haar. Seamer bearing down on him now as those two come together on the wall. Haar has it behind the net. Seamer again trying to give chase. Ollinger able to locate the puck, chip it to the far side. And again, Ollinger is slow to get up and looks like he's going to be limping off towards the bench. You don't want to lose number 91 for the Skittles. Nope, he's going to have to stay on there. Keep an eye on him as he's doubled over at the moment. Here's Kyle back the other direction, leaving it off for Savage. Savage over to Kyle, back touch pass to Conant. And now Savage retreats. Ollinger uses that little lull in the action to head to the bench.
Look at his right foot.
Been banged up in a couple games. There's a shot right on by Kyle on a nice feed by Seamer to the back door, and Robinson with one of his better saves of the hockey game.
I had to almost look up above him because the puck popped straight up in the air, so he had to glove it like a pop-up. Make sure it didn't roll down his back and in the back of the net.
.55 left to go here in period 2. Robinson has it behind his own net for the Golden Knights. Here's No, makes a little shake and bake on Avamont. Almost lost it. No chance for Savage. Savage steps into a shot that goes wide of the net. I'd like to thank all 465 of you that are watching here on the Narch Pro live stream. Give us a shout. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We've had people as far away as Kazakhstan watch the live stream here. It's good to see that the internet is up and running in Kazakhstan. I know they have some problems every now and then, Andy.
Yeah, but this is going to be the most tuned-in hockey game of the year.
Yeah,
Forget the NHL Finals.
Do love a good Roller Hockey Pro semifinal games. We know they're probably tuned in. This is Robinson with it behind the net. Slaps it off there to Savage. Up ahead to Robinson, near side to Cadiz. Cadiz had to go off his skates into the corner. Ollinger and him come crashing into the wall together. And now it's taken by Weisner. Weisner sauces it over to Ollinger, who controls behind his own net. And he sends Weisner back the other way for the Skittles. Trying to get some traffic there by Vadabonker, and that shot by Weisner gets gloved by Taylor. Also got some of our top viewers. Lucas Uhler, who played in the Pro Division, he always is chiming in. Not sure if you know Lucas, Andy, but he is a member of the all-unit team.
Oh yeah.
Yada off the face-off win by the Skittles. 2-2 our score. 11:23 left to go here. And Ollinger taking it back into his own zone. Well, we've already got one saying that they're watching in Antigua and Barbados.
What time is it there?
Hockey time. Massachusetts checking in. We had Iowa yesterday. You know, I'd be curious to see if anyone from Venezuela returns in. You know, they also have some problems with the electricity going on and off there. Here's a chance now for Mooney. Mooney forced to retreat back the other direction. One of the Moonies went down, and now here's a chance for the Skittles. Here's a chance right on, and Taylor makes the save there. That one off the stick of Selleck. Well, the Conant family is watching from Morro Bay, California. I'm sure they were happy as the Golden Knights tied this hockey game up at 2. Danny Lamb checking in from St. Louis. It's a roller hockey hotbed. Face-off controlled by Olinger. And the Skittles. Someone just checked in saying that they're watching from State Wars. I know they're getting set up.
Yeah, I saw the towel was going in today.
Well, Felipe Paulo says he's in Portugal. What time is it over there? Here's a chance now for Savage. Savage had it taken away by Har, but Kyle with a good back check there to regain possession now for the Golden Knights. He has it along with Savage. They work 2-on-2. Kyle leaves it off there for Scotty, but puck just stuck a little bit, and Scotty couldn't get a hold on it. Panisa back to Har. They're going to reset as they make changes. Olinger back on the floor. This man is a machine. I'm sitting over here complaining about broken ribs. That guy's probably missing toes.
Well, and also, too, Har, he's wearing a full face shield. He took a stick up high 2 days ago.
He sits on the back door, has the puck, and scores. Stick to the face or not, he put his team on his back as he takes the lead. For the Skittles, it's now 3-2 with 9:20 left to go.
Skittles needed that one bad. Regardless of what was going on with the play, just looking at the goals being scored recently with Pama closing out the first with 2 in a minute, they needed to get some sort of momentum back, and then Feinwick was working so well in the early stages of this game.
So Har took a stick to the face and put a puck in the net. 3-2, and that is all made possible by the yeoman-like effort of Panisa, who's played a severe and substantial role in this hockey game, both with his forecheck and with his playmaking ability there, this time setting up Har for light work to put that one home. Well, the Skittles had a 2-0 lead, gave it up, and now they get the lead back 3-2. Golden Knights yet to lead in this hockey game. Volgan over to Abamont. Abamont shot the flex, and Taylor had to be sharp with that. Mooney and Abamont collide there hard before they hit the deck. Puck is in a crevice there on the wall. Now it's chipped up to No. Near side now to Cadiz. Cadiz is going to survey. Back door, and Robinson makes a save there as Cadiz was cruising through and almost put that one home to tie things up at 8:22. Still 3-2 Skittles.
Boy, Junior's been right place, right time, and that's not by accident. Really good nose to the net, really good hockey awareness. Almost caught Robinson. He was sprawling a little bit, too.
Robinson, one of his better saves of the game.
I mean, frankly, for Skittles, from here on out, even if they move forward, Robinson has got to be their best player.
He's definitely going to be under siege at some point. Here's Mooney, shoots one that goes off the post. Well, Pama is going to put on some relentless pressure as that puck goes out of play. Got Mexico checking in.
Narch actually went down south of the border this year, too. Down to Mexico City.
Yep. We've had some good international flavor here. I believe we got a men's platinum team from New Zealand. Yeah. New Zealand's been represented in years past. Puck to the far side, Savage. He's going to try to rim it all the way around, and it gets back to Kevin Mooney now. Here comes Chavera. Chavera would love to get this equalizer if he can. He's had some good chances in this game. Slides it off to Savage. Quick pass over to Baumgartner. He gets taken into the wall. Baumgartner has no problem with the physical play. One of the smaller stature guys out there, but one of the meanest as well. Weister gives a pizza right there to Baumgartner. And oh my goodness, he tried to send it back, and Baumgartner was like, look at here. And he puts it right past Robinson. And this game is tied up at 3, and Weister's going to have to wear that one, because that is one of the most ill-advised turnovers you'll ever see in a roller hockey game. He just sent it right back to Baumgartner in front of the net, and he shovels a backhand home to make it 3-3. Wow.
I'm almost speechless. Like, you're just, you got him. You got some good tempo going. Your goaltender's making some great saves for you, and then that happens. I mean, talk about shooting your foot. How about blowing your leg off?
And you ever been to one of those outdoor football games and it's bleacher seating and you put the pad down for yourself to sit on?
Yeah.
I think Weisner's going to grab one of those pads and find a spot on the bench here for the rest of the hockey
I was
game.
actually going to make that comment, but I decided not. You know, he's in his own kitchen right now. I feel bad for him for making such a mistake like that, but the facts are the facts, and I'll be curious to see if he goes again. And he's been good this tournament, too.
Yeah, solid player. He had a great pass to set up a goal earlier here in the hockey game. And unfortunately, he made another great pass just to the other team. Here's a shot there by Seamer that goes off the side of the net. Now Haar with it. Haar had that third goal. He's out there with Panisa, who's been all over the place in this hockey game. Here's Kyle Mooney. Up ahead to Kyle, who steps into a one-timer. Robinson trying to get the whistle as Seamer shoved away on it. And Yada was right there to keep him at bay as Robinson holds on. 6 minutes exactly left here in period number 2. 3-3 our score. Both teams make changes. You got the no Cadiz line back out there, and I'm assuming we'll see a healthy dose of them here in the final 6 minutes of the hockey game. Here comes Travis working on Olinger. Now he's going to switch him off to Abamont. Dillon now hands him off now to Volgan. And no, twists one back, taken by Robinson. Robinson slides it over to Cadiz. Cadiz to the far side. And that shot just goes off the stick of Baumgartner, who recently tied this hockey game up. Long pass to the far side, Foster. Foster walking in. Couldn't get an edge there, and so he sends it back to Olinger in his own zone. Good wise move there by Foster to keep possession for the Skittles.
Yeah, don't force anything at this point, because then you're going to be having the cream-colored jerseys come hunting down on you.
On the bench, you may have heard, calling for too many men. They did have 6 out there, and the puck went to the guy coming off the bench, but officials letting that one go. No advantage given there. And may have to pull a knife to get a call here with this 4:43 left in the game. Tied up here in the semifinals. Here's Robinson. Robinson, nice stick there by Yada. We've got a 2-on-1 developing now. Here's Panisa over to Haar. Haar back to Panisa and just hops over his stick. They try to sprint forth with it. Here's No. No into a shot. Robinson got down in front of that. Chipped on the wall. Haar with it. Haar slides it up ahead, and Olinger breaks out now. They got a 3-on-2 developing. Back pressure by No. Yada over to Panisa. Little pick there. Panisa walks right in, fanned on the shot. Now Panisa sends it back.
Yada, great shift. I've been waiting to talk about him. He's been a really good asset to this team. He works the power play, quarterbacks the power play exactly. And that play right there started the rush up, then created a pick to get some seams for the shooter that he handed it off. And There's not much else you could ask for on a shift like that.
Brett Ollinger was getting worked over by Etan Chavera, able to use his body to protect the puck. And now here comes Dylan Albamont the other way, and Clay Taylor makes his best save of the hockey game to keep it a 3-3 game. Look at all the threes on the board there. 3:33 left to go. 3-3 our score.
It would only be chef's kiss if this was overtime.
Exactly.
Which we could be headed there.
Well, we've got 3 minutes and 33 seconds to decide it. Both teams still with their timeouts in their pockets. Golden Knights came in as a heavy favorite in this game. Last line odds that I saw were minus 190. Almost a 2-1 favorite. It was bet down just a little bit. Skittles on the long line. Here's a long shot by Joe Gill. He had the game-winning goal against Maven earlier today. Now Chavera leaves it back off to Baumgartner. Sends one towards a net, and that one was dangerous right there on the backside. Joe Gill sends it back to Foster now, who retreats into his own zone. Both teams making line changes here under 3 minutes to go. Now Panisa. Panisa gets some extended time out there. He has been a catalyst. Yada. There's a shot by Selleck that just goes high and wide. Now they got a chance the other direction. Ollinger laid off the bench to help out. Man in front, they can't get it to him. Mooney takes it in the corner. Yada watching him, sent to the far side. Cal trying to get a step there on Ollinger. Now Mooney with it. Mooney working the far wall, trying to get to the center of the rink. Now below the circle, circling the net. Gets some space, turns the corner, almost got a shot off, gets it back from his brother. And now nearly losing the puck and able to sauce it back to Robinson. Up ahead to Kyle Mooney. Leaves it off for Kyle. Over to Kevin. Kevin's long shot gets deflected into the corner. Puck squirts free, and it comes right to the stick of the Golden Knights.
Skittles are gassed.
Yeah, you can see Panisa, all these guys, and finally they're able to make a change. So 1:30 left to go. Here's Seymour with it. Mooney across the red line and now back. So they've got Kyle, Mooney, Robinson, and Seymour out there for the Golden Knights. Here comes Kyle. Alex up ahead, trying to go and gets hooked down. And that is an ill-advised penalty with 1:13 left to go. You know the official didn't want to call it, but he had to, as Volgin got in between the arm and tugged him down. And we're going to have a Golden Knights power play with 1:13 left. Will Rob Cherneman call his timeout here to set things up? Let's see. Don't think
I know
so.
your top dogs on Skittles are sucking wind right now. I'd say good call by Rob.
Yeah, not bad. You almost think if Arsenault might call a timeout, you don't see Panisa's backed out there, and it looks like he's gassed. You don't see Ollinger right now.
And Yada just came off a moment ago.
Foster almost had it, so it's Yada, Foster, and Panisa. 1:05 left to go. Power play for the Golden Knights. There's a shot by No, who had that corner labeled and just missed. Now Cadiz over to No. No trying to get to the middle and just missed again. Chavira has it back to No. Him and Etan will exchange there on the left side. No, one to step in. Gets it back from Cadiz. Shot scores. And you can't give him that much space. You know he's going to be able to put it home sooner or later. And a power play goal by Travis No. And the Golden Knights have their first lead of the hockey game with 41.9 left, 4-3.
It was imminent. Power play, closing minutes. Pama sends the top dogs out against Skittles' top dogs that were already gassed. And boy, the Skittles got to figure out something here. And to go back to what we talked about early, they got to make sure that this is as crisp as possible going up the floor to try to tie this back up.
Well, the face-off is extremely important here because
Yeah.
if they're going to get the goaltender out, they need to win this draw. So here's the stage here. 41.9 left, 4-3. The Pama Labeda Golden Knights with their first lead of the hockey game. This late, and it came on a power play. Unfortunately, was that the only power play of the hockey game?
Yep.
There it was. So,
well, let me ask you a question here real quick. Well, I'm going to answer my own one, but honestly, if you're Skittles, I would consider starting pulling the goaltender, because if you lose the face-off, you might not get that puck back, and you need an extra guy to go help try to get that puck.
yeah, no, it does make sense, especially in roller hockey. In a nice hockey game, no, but in a roller hockey game, yeah, you got to consider it. They're going to leave him in. He's at the top of the crease. Volgan in to take the draw against Mooney right now. This is an important one. The officials setting him up on the wings now, and it's won by the Golden Knights cleanly by Mooney, and they go back behind their own net. They could even try to pull Robinson now as the puck sits down there. And here they go. They send it down the other way. Robinson on his way to the bench. Foster with it. Abamant out there now. Foster leaves it off. Panisa, 20 seconds left to go. Panisa, there's a stick, and it's going to be taken away by Mooney. Mooney stepping in, saucing one on the backhand and scoring. And that will be the nail in the coffin as Mooney makes it 5-3 Golden Knights.
Boy, not having a lead for 29 minutes, and they win the game.
Unbelievable. Momentum swings abound in this one. And Savage sends it down, and the Pama Labeda Golden Knights are going to be moving on to the Narch Pro Championship game. 5 seconds left to go. Har is just going to hold on to the puck, and that will do it. The Golden Knights, a power play goal late in this hockey game to take the lead, an empty netter to seal the deal, and they send home the Skittles. Who will they play? Will it be the Wings or will it be CarShield? We'll find out next. Again, your final score, the Golden Knights 5, the Skittles 3. For Andy Zilch, I'm Jeremy Ellis signing off. Stick around because semifinal number 2 coming up in just moments.
Testing. All right. You can cut out that other shit.
Hey, yo, aim. Yeah. Run it up, Blondo.
Hey, bitch, I'm from Texas, where we sit riding swangers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got checks and we be flexing. If you ain't from my state, then you should know don't fuck with Texas. Hey, we always say we keep our wings. My mama from the A, she slowed it down for me at 7. Used to think Pimp C was a guy before he went to heaven. I knew what pushing P was before Gunna even said it. Hey, she zero taught me keep my weapon and never trust a nigga or a bitch cause it's expected. No killers from the country, they ride horses and throw sevens. Got niggas in the east ride ATVs with Mac 11s.
First off, you better remember what that sign say before you come down here to this bitch. Don't mess with Texas. Cause you know everybody around this bitch got guns.
Hey, see y'all from Texas. We got Beyonce trying to shoot and we can't forget them. Big shout out to them boys and I can't forget back from Texas. I've been feeling like Luca, how I bought that shit a blessing. Number one rule in Texas, keep it solid, ain't no telling. Hey, and always keep your fucking weapon. A nigga try me or the guys, we got no choice but stretch him. If he survive these shots at first, bet he die on that stretcher. These diamonds, I got water, might just go Johnny my next one. Hey, this Texas tea is what I drink. Sauce Walker had us dripping, sauce having hoes in on drink. Young Nasa had us jigging, dipping, ain't know how to think. Now I got all these niggas stepping, swiping, catching plays. Hey.
From the Rinkster Irvine inline, we're moving on to the other semifinal game. It's CarShield taking on the Wings. I'm Andy Zeltra, Jeremy Ellis, and R&R Productions sending you this game. Wings wearing their purples trimmed in green, CarShield in their whites trimmed in a variety of different blues. And CarShield traveling left to right to get his kick started. Barry against Baller John on the opening face-off. Wings pretty dominant during the round robin. CarShield's a team that suffered a loss to the champion Wheelers, who the Wings just beat. And the quarters to get here. And we are underway as a face-off won by Baller John sends Sheeran back behind his net. Just had a good thriller between Skittles and Pama. We'll see how this one shapes up. Should be another good one. Shane Bennett takes the right wing side. Lots of speed into the zone. Shoots, and a save is made by Troy Redmond.
Yeah, Redmond, obviously the number one goaltender, but Brandy has been good in this tournament as well, and he actually had to come in that one game against Maven and kind of, or that game against champion Wheelers when Redmond didn't look sharp in that first half.
I did talk to a few of the guys from the champion Wheelers, and they completely reassessed how they were approaching CarShield just moments before that game. And they went to a man-to-man coverage and obviously worked very well for them. Couldn't come away with a win against the Wings. to see a rematch with that, as Joey DiMartino cruising up the floor but has to reverse. It's set near side for Barry. Barry, of course, scored the championship clinching goal last year in overtime. We could set up to have a rematch.
Yeah. I think there's probably some people that want that, and there's probably some people that don't, including Wings fans. The Wings actually beat the Wheelers in overtime in that other quarterfinal game. So that was a nicely played one as well.
Long stretch feed. O'Shaughnessy in with a shot blocked. Baller John takes possession of it, rolling behind the net. Send it off to Skelly on the right wing. Drop it back to Baller John. Trying to get around Westcott, can't. And Baller John had the puck knuckle on him. So he'll throw it behind the net for Brink. Westcott, who also has some zippers on his face. He took a puck to the face while sitting on the bench 2 days ago. He's got about 5 stitches right above his lip. Looks like a half-shaven mustache.
Yeah, there's no safe place here on the floor here in Narch Pro.
Breakout broken up. CarShield transitioning back the other way. O'Shaughnessy in, shoots, and a stop made by Teed, and it bounces behind the Wings net. Loose puck taken by O'Shaughnessy. Boy, is he aggressive on the puck. Centers it, but it's in the feet of Sigmund. Had a heck of a game earlier today. 2-goal performance. Loose puck in the corner. Wings can't come away with it. Long battle. O'Shaughnessy is all over it and works it back. Boy, extra effort from 2-7 with CarShield.
Now, CarShield's going to play a full ring type of hockey game. They back check hard, they forward check hard as well.
Hawkins winds up along the left wing. Tried to center. PJ DiMartino in the vicinity, but it was blocked away, and CarShield resets. Joey backpedaling to PJ, and then back across to the near wing. It's Aaron Schwartz. Cuts down the right wing wall. Tries to center. No one's home but purple sweaters, and Shane Bennett grabbing it for the Wings, who puts it off the wall for Brink. Cross to the far side for Burt. Back to Brink near wing. Leaves it for Skelly. In motion down the left wing wall. Skelly gets taken down. Clean play. PJ gave him a bump. And that'll transition CarShield up the floor. PJ moves in, and a chance doesn't go, and Hawkins sends it back. Aaron Schwartz slows things down.
It's good to see this TCS Envious Wings back in the Pro Division mix. They were a Pro Division team for a long time. Good to see Eric Hawk get the club back up and going and contending yet again.
Hawkins steps in with a chance, and a save made by Teed. He hangs on with no rebound, popping free.
Tyler Walzer, a former wing. There's some other players there. They used to be the Revision flagship team before they had the Revision Vanquish. The Wings were actually that flagship team for Revision back in the day, the former Wheel Company.
We had ourselves our first penalty of the game, a high sticking call on a scrum in the corner. It took us, 29 minutes or so, 28 minutes last game to get a penalty, and here we are within the first 4, and CarShield will be down a man.
Yeah, so excited to see this power play here for the Wings.
Barry's in the box on the high sticking infraction. And a face off to the left of Redmond, won by the Wings. It's played back to Shane Bennett. Settles down the knuckling puck. Grazes over to the left circle. And hovers down behind the net. Still looking for an outlet feed. They'll go to Baller John. 1:13 left of their power play. Baller John right point. Connects it down low to Skelly. Back to Baller John on the right. Up to Bennett left side. He shoots, but that window closed quick, and it's blocked to the corner. Sharon battling for it behind the net. Puck not agreeing with him. He gets double teamed. Able to hack it to Shane Bennett, who drops it back to Baller John. 48 left of the Wings power play. Bennett left circle. Goes down low for Sheeran. Charging to the slot. His chance denied. It's knuckling to the far corner. And a slap from Nathan Sigmund. Can't get it the distance. Baller John at the right point to Bennett left point. Half a minute left of the power play for the Wings. We're still scoreless. Over 5 gone in the first. Skelly to Baller-John. Now to Bennett. Back over to Skelly. Shoots and scores. A one-timer sends the Wings on top. 1-0.
That was some precision puck movement on that power play. They went from high to low, back high and then low again, and then that one-timer was butter. Right past Redmond, who had no chance to make a save on that one.
Skelly's been a pretty consistent player for the Wings all throughout this tournament. And they start play again with puck possession behind their own net. Brink shuffles it behind the cage.
Well, the Wings are one of those teams that just take advantage of mistakes like that and opportunities. They're not a high-scoring team. Defense is really their bread and butter.
Westcott starting a rush for CarShield. Plays it to Hodge. 9:09 remaining. Puck sent wide of the Wings net. Westcott after it. Able to stride free with it. Cuts to the net. Shoots. It's either blocked or saved, but nonetheless it goes to the near corner and it's cleared down the rink.
Jimmy Teed, the netminder for the Wings. He's seen some pro action in his day.
Brought up by Joey DiMartino from the left wing. He tries to center. It finds the near wing, and a chance by O'Shaughnessy trickles over to the far wing for Westcott, who punches it in. CarShield has themselves a tie game. Wouldn't call it pretty, but it don't matter.
Well, that was a tough break because Griff Kluzak broke his stick, and then Teed really didn't locate the puck until it was too late. Westcott was able to find it. Teed had to scramble to that far side and just couldn't get over there in time to make that save.
Action continuing, and again, it's the Wings with possession right off the hop. Skelly reverses. Sheeran to the near side for Baller-John. Back across to Sheeran on the right wing. He gets halted and then dumped on the boards. Gets back up and rims it around near side for Skelly. Under 8 to go the first period. Skelly power play goal for the Wings. Westcott even strength goal for CarShield. Kavai up the floor. Laid it towards PJ DiMartino, deflects it wide. DiMartino staying strong on the puck to Kavaya. Left side shoots, rings it off the crossbar and out of play.
Well, PJ not known necessarily for his offense. He is about as defensive a defenseman as they come here in the roller hockey game. But when he gets a look like that, make no mistake about it, he is a lethal sharpshooter. Remember one game way back in the day in Toronto, I think it was a 2009 Narch Finals, where he won the championship with an overtime goal from between the rings. So he can score big goals when necessary.
Well, Westcott's really feeling it here in the postseason. Earlier today, he bookended the game with goals. And here he opens up the scoring for CarShield against the Wings. Hawkins sends one on, and a save made by Teed, who hangs on. During the round robin, Westcott had 2 goals, 2 assists for a total of 4 points. If you want to examine the Wings, Skelly had a goal and an assist during round robin. That was it.
He looked pretty formidable on that one-timer.
Barry wins a face-off forward. But CarShield retreats to their own side. Redmond leaves him.
Skelly and Hawkins had a little pushing and shoving there after that last whistle. Not sure if it was friendly fire or just some competitive banter there.
We saw Hawkins get into it against the Fusion during the round robin. There's Okada from the far wing, and a chance doesn't go. Responded up ice by Shane Bennett with speed from the left wing. Bennett dances to the slot, forced off to the outside. and has to reverse.
And that's that defense of PJ Kavaya one-on-one. You are going to be hard-pressed to beat him to the cage.
Brink back behind his own net. He gets chased by Matt Berry, able to elude him. And now it's to Ballerjohn. From the right wing side, sends a shot. That's sticked away by Redmond.
Broke his stick as well. Ballerjohn did on that shot.
Wing still with possession.
Best I saw all weekend is Matt Berry broke two sticks on one shift.
I'm sure he'll send a letter to whoever he's using. Do you know what stick he has?
Not sure, but I'm sure he's probably got two more already.
Brink and Klusick reset. About 5.5 left of the first period. Klusick up the floor, almost miscommunication with Brink. Now it's Ballerjohn steps in with a chance. That's blocked. PJ Kavaya laid off for that one, and the Wings back again. Klusick moved it up to Dufort and then back to Klusick.
Well, Shaughnessy almost went onto the floor there early. It would have been a too many men situation.
Ballerjohn to Dufort. Left for Klusick. On the left side, his shot blocked and then slowly flutters to Redmond to hold on.
Well, the Wings are staying right with CarShield here. It's a 1-1 game, but I know a lot of people saying, hey, we don't want to see another CarShield Pama game in the championship. I tell you what, that was one of the best roller hockey games I ever saw in that championship game last year. Incredible saves on both ends. There's even some power plays I think were killed off in the overtime as well. I mean, just an incredible championship game there that CarShield's Matt Berry ended up finishing.
Well, the Wings, a lot like Skittles, come into this game with a big win in the quarters. They beat the champion Wheelers. Westcott almost turning nothing into something. It's bumped up the wall and the Wings reset, but the Wings were down 1-0 and scored to tie the game. Robbie Ballerjohn scored with 2.5 left and then an OT goal. There's a one-timer in front of the net by Skelly. He does it again. 2-1 Wings.
Well, this guy is looking like the Ovechkin of roller hockey with that one-timer. I mean, that is the second one of the hockey game, and he is hitting those pure. That's a long drive right there because he is getting all of that one, and Redmond has no chance in either one of those goals by Skelly.
Dalton Skelly really making a case here for the Wings. And exposing CarShield when they can.
They would love to win this one 2-1 or 3-2. That's their type of hockey.
DiMartino sends it back. Hawkins slowly through center and then put it straight on net. He was trying to get a deflect for Hodge. Never occurred. CarShield back on possession again. 3:50 left of the first. DiMartino at the center red. Hands it off to Hodge, right wing. Centers. But it's reversed to DiMartino. Good heads-up play there by PJ. There's no window whatsoever, so he immediately started protecting the puck even before it got to him. Hawkins to PJ. Shoots. And it's stopped and held on to.
PJ playing ice now for the Sheriff's team out in New York, but not a lot of people better on the roller hockey floor than PJ DiMartino. He plays both ends, creative, strong on his stick and skates.
CarShield working perimeter. Joey DiMartino to the left side. Can't find an angle around Dufort. Leaves it for PJ. Hawkins to Joey. Couldn't handle it. Recovered, though, by P.J. DiMartino, striding to the net from the left wing. He pulls up, and a centering pass for Joey DiMartino. Hit off his skate wheel and goes to Dufort. He'll go one-on-one on Hawkins. And a drive is patted aside by Redmond. Here comes Hawkins back the other way with 2.5 left. Sends it left wing side, and a shot never came from P.J. DiMartino. Puck just not agreeing with him, and now Dufort back the other way.
CarShield calling for a hook there.
That could have certainly impeded his shot, too. Rank for the Wings, leaves it back behind the net. Aaron Ianello. Up to Bowler-John. Now back to Brink. 2-1 lead for the Wings. Uh-oh, and a turnover behind their own net. Nick Okada grabs it and sends it back. Hodge at the red line. Even off to Sigmund. Skates down the right wing. Drops it to Barry. Barry around Bowler-John. Pivots from the corner. And back to Okada. All the way back, Kavaya. Near side for Sigmund. High slot. Spin around shot by Okada. Save. Rebound for Barry. Slashed away off his stick. With 60 seconds remaining of the first, of the Wings still holding a 2-1 lead.
See the Wings kind of settling into that box right now. Really trying to play a shell defensively.
CarShield trying to figure out a way to expose it. Puck battle jarred loose. Bowler-John racing the other way. 44 left of the period. Bowler-John can't stick handle himself around the coverage. Kavaya lined him up perfectly, and it's thrown back to the wing side of the floor. Bowler-John hands it off to Klusic. Curls back, 24 left. Turned it over. Okada steals it. He's got a seam. Throws a backhander to the back door. Barry shoots, scores! Barry ties it up and a turnover with under a minute to go, much like the previous game.
Well, I'm not sure what Griffin Klusic's doing right there. He has plenty of space to go up the rink there, and instead turns it back. All the other players were matriculating up the floor there, if you will, and he was the last man back, and he just gives it away, which allows CarShield to go in unimpeded right under the goal. Griffin, you got to take that floor space when it's given to you, my friend.
So we're tied up. Wings win the face-off. Skelly goes behind the net, the only one that scored for the Wings, and he's got a pair under his belt. Can he get 3 before the horn? 7 seconds left. Skelly sends one on. Save is made, and a rebound pops loose for Westcott. 2 seconds. Time expires on him.
You see Skelly, the difference there. He gets the puck, he goes. Griffin Klusic was waiting and just trying to make a play that wasn't there. He ends up turning it over, and that leads to a game-tying goal.
We got to give a shout-out to our stripes here for the 2 pro semi games. First, we had Jordan Watt, 83 AHL games over 4 years. Tyler Haskell worked the last 2 Kelly Cup finals. Rosenberg also working conference finals in the USHL last 2 years. For this game, we got Watt, Schaefer, and also have Klitschko just worked the Clark Cup in the USHL. Schaefer worked the conference finals in the ECHL for the past 2 seasons. So you want to talk some accolades, not on the floor for the players, but also the Zebras.
Yeah, they do a fine job out here. I know people were going to give them some chatter about that last game and the timing of that penalty call, but the last thing an official wants to do is get in the way of any action, and they just, they make the calls when they have to, and they do a good job, and every time out there. I don't envy them. I did it for a long time. More than happy to be up here high above the rink, just flapping my gums up here with you, Andy.
I got to defend that call, though.
Yeah, I think it was the right call. He got right in. It was from behind as well. As an official, you're trained to see a penalty and you call it. You're going to try to let things go in those type of situations, but it affected the play.
Yeah.
And that's what they're looking for.
So we embark on the second. We're tied at 2. CarShield's Barry able to put one in the closing minute of the first to bring us to this 2-2 tie. CarShield collecting the puck. So Shaughnessy moving gingerly up the floor and then reverses for Westcott. Westcott was predominantly on the blast last year. Kind of a tweener guy, if you will.
Well, it's nice to have that kind of feeder team where you can put a couple teams in that pro division and gives the guys some looks.
Obviously making a really good impact here a year later. Oh, turnover. O'Shaughnessy swipes it right in front of the Wings bench. Charges up offensively, but his momentum is halted. Westcott rips one towards the net. And it's blockered away. Shane Bennett fights through Hawkins. Slams on the brakes, reverses. Sheeran pedals behind the net. And the Wings will start their breakout once more. Wings still looking for something up the floor, and they're swapping out some players. Dufort will jump on. Sheeran comes up, trying to go to Dufort, pass behind him, and it's rescued by Iannello. He gets buried by Hawkins behind the net, who steals it with authority and sends it back.
I don't think Iannello was ready for the big body of Hawkins. He took exception. That was a hard hit, but it was about as clean as they come as well.
Puck worked up the floor by Sigmund. To Hawkins. Near side, a chance by P.J. DiMartino and a springing save by Teed. Loose puck to the near boards. Swallowed up by the Wings. The pass to the far wing sees a puck battle. Lusick trying to work it loose after tumbling down against the boards. It's CarShield that comes away with it. Long stretch feed. And a backhand shot by P.J. DiMartino nearly tickled the twine as he was able to pull it over Teed, but wide.
Well, we've got to settle things down right now. They're just running around in their own zone. And CarShield is nearly taking advantage of it.
You think that's because of the forechecking pressure by CarShield?
Yeah, I think that's part of it, but also I just think that, they're starting to think a little bit more instead of react. You see someone like Skelly who gets a puck and goes. The other guys are just worried about making mistakes, and when you do that, guess what happens? You tend to make mistakes.
.37 left, second period. We're knotted up at 2. Face-off win for the Wings. Bennett shakes to the high slot. Watched by Barry as he reverses it. Brink to Burke. To the far wing, Bennett. Steps in on the attack. Bennett then goes back.
I don't mind that. You do like shots, but in roller hockey, possession is key as well, so you don't get the look that you want. Send it back and let's start over again.
Okada coming in hard on the forecheck. He's a tough customer to deal with.
Yeah, I have known Nick for a long time out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And great kid, good father, family man, and quite the hockey player as well.
And you can tell right there his impact on the forecheck eventually creates a turnover. Barry zigzags through. Takes it to the right wing. Lets a low shot go that Teed sticks aside. And it's back to the CarShield goal line. Joey DiMartino lets his team get a line change in.
Really backing up into that box, which is giving CarShield some fits now.
DiMartino centered and a one-timer for Westcott. I think it hit the heel of a stick. It's back to Redmond, who sets it up on a pillow.
We saw what the Pama women's did. They just attacked through the middle on that box. That's what you have to do. They almost got one there. They went down the side, and they had Westcott just cutting right through, slicing down the middle of that box, and almost got that one-timer look.
Joey DiMartino behind the net to Westcott in stride. He'll use his speed on the wing, cut towards the net, forced behind the cage, and a centering feed misses the target. CarShield resets. Very nice of Garvey to come and bring us lunch during the course of this game. Appreciate it, Garvey. Thank you so much for the Mexican food. We're both up here hungry as can be, and Garvey sits right next to us with a big old plate.
Rich Garvey, always thinking.
There's a shot on T, makes the save. And we'll have a face-off deep in the wing zone with 8:51 left. Well, always a good time here at any one of these hockey tournaments. Narch here hosted at the Rinkster Irvine Inline. R&R Productions putting on the show with Jeremy Ellis. I'm Andy Zilch. Good to catch up with old friends that you haven't seen in a bit every year.
Yeah, that's one of the big advantages to coming out here every year, seeing guys that you see just about once a year.
Back to the action. CarShield with possession. Hawkins back to Kavaya. And also throw a little note to players who I run in circles with, but I never know. Hawkins is one of those guys. Called games during the ECHL this year, and he won the ECHL MVP again. Had a lot of familiar names that we run along with, and were able to connect here during the tournament.
Yeah, he's got a good thing going for him down in Toledo there, for sure.
8:07 remaining. CarShield's owning the puck possession game right now. If you're the Wings, how do you adjust here?
Well, I think you got to try to get the puck and get some odd man rushes and set up Skelly for one-timers there. I mean, that's been the key to this one. You got to attack with more than one person. And really, they just haven't had anybody jump in the play. They're so worried about playing defense that it's taken away a little bit from their offensive opportunities. But, you know, if they can force some turnovers and then quickly jump in the play, you know, a quick strike goal can be the difference in a game like this with a 2-2 score.
Here's Baller John, and you got a potential odd man rush, but it's closed off. Good defensive work there from Sigmund.
Yeah, he jumped that play right away because he was trying to time that pass.
Now he's bringing it up the floor on the attack. Hands it off to Okada, tried to center, but it got behind Barry, and he'll track it down on the boards and send it back for Hodge. Hodge pulls up behind the net.
Yeah, you want to see the Wings get back on defense so that they got enough guys back there to try to get some scoring chances. They don't want to get extended, like CarShield's been able to do to them right now.
CarShield swapping out some players. Joey DiMartino fresh on the floor, blazing up the right wing side. A low pass intended for Westcott that's deflected to the corner. Westcott to Barry. One-timer, he got deflected away from him. He'll snatch it off the boards. Cross it over to Joey DiMartino. To Barry, right at the center dot. Westcott left circle in the attack. Forced behind the net and then rims it back. It popped off the ledge of the boards. And DiMartino collects it off the wall all the way down low to the goal line. Westcott, pass behind his back, blocked, rebound, scores! Westcott got his own rebound off of Teed and gives CarShield a 3-2 lead.
Well, that is a tough break for Jimmy T because he tried to smack that puck to the sidewall, and instead he smacked it right back to Westcott, who found it all alone right out in front. Teed was there, just a perfectly placed shot by Westcott to get that one home.
Boy, Westcott's having himself a playoff session here. He had 2 goals against the Tour OC Blades and has 2 here in the semis against the TCS Envious Wings. Barry with the other goal for CarShield. Sheeran brought the puck up and a pass across the rink, tipped to the far corner. Bennett plays it behind his back, trying to shake loose of the forecheck. Eventually gets free. And with 5:37 left of the second period, the Wings are looking to avenge this 3-2 deficit.
Yeah, it'll be, I'm wondering how many more whistles we may see in this last 5 minutes and a half.
Well, the Wings started off with a 1-0 lead. Scored 5:18 in. Skelly on the power play from Shane Bennett. Then Westcott from O'Shaughnessy halfway through the first. The Wings on a rush, a drive blocked. Westcott gets bodied up far boards by Sheeran. Works the puck free. CarShield has numbers back the other way. Hodge in, shoots and scores. 4-2 CarShield. And you can't discount the play on the far boards right in front of the penalty boxes. Westcott got tangled up, got a little help, and off they went.
Well, that's the difference between CarShield and other teams. They have these great defensemen, but they know when to jump in the play. The Wings have not done that here today. And seeing that situation, Corey Hodge jumps into play, makes himself available so DiMartino's not going one-on-one, and then really just confused the goaltender because he goes short side. I think Teed was kind of cheating, giving him the glove, but instead Hodge goes short side and beats him to the blocker. And now it's a 2-goal lead, and watch out for the Wings.
Okada with some good coverage. He's a guy, man, I tell you what, just the CarShield roster in general, you knew this was going to be a powerhouse. Okada was also an impact on that play as well. Now the Wings trying for a rush on the far wing. Skelly couldn't jam it in far side.
That's our first shot in some time there on
Yeah, good look there.
You talk about Okada, he's a guy that's been around for a long time. He just was never really on a team that could contend. A lot of times he was kind of playing with guys from the Ohio area that he grew up with. But he's a talented guy. You put around talent with him.
Oh, Dufort almost stuck one in. Redmond had to reach over his shoulder, kind of behind him to make the save. Transitions Hawkins up. Hawkins looking around. Instead, will rip it all the way back into his own side. And with 3:47 left, CarShield looking to control that puck possession again. Here's Hawkins. And Hawkins tries a change-up shot. He tried that earlier today.
He's crafty. But to finish that thought on Okada, he's a guy that's got enough skill to play with the top players in the world. And he himself is a great player. And now it's really starting to become evident when he's out there on a talented squad and he fits in rather nicely.
Here he is with the puck. So to finish the scoring recap, Skelly's got a pair of goals for the Wings, one of which on the power play. Westcott's got a pair, Barry, and then Hodge scored the most recent one. Every goal has been assisted too, by the way. Barry's got a helper. Shane Bennett's got each of the helpers on the goals from Skelly. Under 3 to go. CarShield leads by 2. And another shot scored upon, and guess who? That'll all but do it. Okada gets it done for CarShield.
Well, there are 2 things that happen on that play. Number 1, Corey Hodge sees him, and he banks a puck off the boards all the way to Okada, who is at the top of the circles on the other end, who makes a great move on Jimmy Teed. But more importantly, Joey DiMartino saw it as well and jumped over the puck so that it could go all the way down to Okada. Just a smart play by both Hodge and Joey DiMartino.
A little spin around shot blocker saved by Redmond. Cross rink pass blocked to the near boards. Skelly comes away with it, drops it for Sheeran. Sheeran can't dance around Barry, and he's forced to curl back to the red line. Hands it off to Bennett. Goaltender getting pulled for the wings. I was going to wonder when they were doing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to do it here sometime, down by 3.
Still perimeter work right now. Sheeran. To the far boards, Bennett. Gives a look, can't get around Okada. Gives it a slash, and Barry uses his wheels to get the free puck. Shoots and scores, and the final nail in the coffin for the Wings. We'll have a rematch, Jeremy.
Yeah, that we will, and you can just see CarShield just very aggressive on the puck. That's the difference between them and some of these other teams. Envious Wings, for example, they just don't have that nose for the net like this CarShield team does, and that just comes from experience and being in these big game situations. And Barry just could smell that there was a turnover ready to happen, jumps it on the wall, and you just can't teach that. That's just an innate sense by Matthew Barry.
Baller John centers the puck. Broken up. So it's a 7:50 slated start for our men's final. Prior to that at 7, we'll have the women's final. I think we're slightly behind here, so it might be more of an 8 o'clock start for our men's final. Shaughnessy with a minute left. Just pegs it around off the glass to the near side, and the job back for Schwartz.
Well, I see some people in the chat not super excited about that final, but I'm definitely ready to see that rematch. I think it's going to be a great one.
I mean, you talked about last year's, and this year I could see this being one of the most physical finals in a long time.
Yeah, even without Adam Ernie here, it'll still be physical because he definitely brought the load when he was out there.
18 seconds left, all but over now. Puck brought up to the far wing, and a drive by Dufour, checked wide, and that'll basically do it. Another shot towards the net, blocked out of play, and they'll call it a day. CarShield moves on. They'll play Pama for the championship yet once again this summer here at Narch.
Well, like I said, I am excited. Congratulations to CarShield. Congratulations to the Pama Labeda Golden Knights. CarShield came in with a mission to defend the title, and Pama Labeda Golden Knights came in with a mission to try to avenge that loss last year, and they will have the opportunity for both of them to do so. I think it's going to be a very exciting game. I want to say hi to Derek Schultz, who was watching here. Not sure if you know him, Andy, former Black Ice player. He scored the game-winning goal a couple years ago in the Narch Pro Final when Black Ice won it. He said he's taking a little time off, and he should be back next year. So, Derek, I'm sure he's out there whacking and hooking somebody somewhere wherever he is. Great kid. Would love to see him. But I am super excited again for this final coming up later on today with CarShield and the Golden Knights. And we'll preview it before the game, but I think it's going to be one hell of a hockey game.
Yeah, we'll get Jared Westcott for an interview here in just a moment. For Jeremy Ellis, my name's Andy Zilch. We'll talk to everyone in just a few moments.